And it's actually funny because years ago, during an internship at a media house, one of the bosses told me that I couldn't make it in a broadcasting industry because of my lisp. Well, here I am today, restarting my podcast. And honestly, that moment actually stayed with me for a while because people will literally project their limiting beliefs on you. And if you're not careful, you actually start believing them. But here I am today, creating this podcast to help you build confidence and actually become the best version of yourself. So I guess this is my full circle moment. Welcome to IZA Podcast. So for the first official episode, I thought that there was no better topic to start with than your self-concept, reprogramming your mindset, and eliminating the limiting beliefs that is actually holding you back from becoming the person you were supposed to be in this life. Because whether you realize it or not, your self-concept affects your confidence, the kind of opportunities you go for, and even the things that you believe yourself that you deserve. Your self-concept is the identity that you have accepted for yourself. It is the stories that you repeat subconsciously in your head, and your life actually follows that story, unfortunately. The sad part is that a lot of us are walking around these beliefs that aren't even yours to begin with. Sometimes it comes from your parents, sometimes it comes from your teachers, your friends, your relationships, or even some random comment that someone made 2 years ago that, is sticking with you till now. Like my boss that told me, I couldn't make it in the broadcasting industry because of my lisp. Like, it's cute, isn't it? I'm actually working on my self-concept because it's not an overnight thing. Like, you literally had years to, build up this mindset about yourself. It is not going to be easy for you to do that overnight. I do say, though, that I owe most of my confidence to my sister, Miriam. And I don't credit her enough. She's been my hype man for years, since I was born anyways. When we're younger and anytime I have voices in my head telling me I'm not good enough, or maybe just a random stranger tells me that, you're not pretty, or my sister will literally sit me down and be like, you know what, you're the best thing that's ever walked on this earth. You're way better than every other person, and that's why they're so jealous of you. They want to dim your light because it is so bright. They are feeling insecure. And that's somebody that had a very good environment of someone with a very positive self-concept and actually transferring it to the next person. Now imagine someone with the opposite, who is constantly reminded that she's not good enough, she's ugly, she can never make it, or you're not smart, you're this, you're that. You can imagine the kind of impact that will have on the person. I don't know how you want to do it though, but you have to work on your self-concept. The annoying part about this thing is that when you believe deep down that maybe you're not good enough, or you're not confident, or you can't do a particular thing, your actions will actually not start aligning, because you have to think first before you do, right? You want to do something, you're thinking, oh, can I really do this thing? You start doubting yourself. You're literally not going to grab yourself up and, go for it, because you don't even believe in yourself in the first place. So now, how do you even now change your self-concept? And that's how the IZA plans framework came about. The first thing you need to do is identify the different things that you believe about yourself in different areas of your life. You need to sit down and genuinely ask yourself, why do I subconsciously believe, maybe your career, for instance, you write career, you'd be like, why do I believe that I can't make so much money? In your relationship, you're like, why do I believe that I can't get a partner, or I'm not pretty enough for a partner? If you feel like you're not pretty enough for a partner, girl, if you're a girl though, go get some nice clothes and, put on a dress. Trust me. Anyways, that's not the topic right now. That's not why we are here. Why am I not so confident in myself? Think deep about the things that has happened to you when you were little that made you start being so shy, that affected your self-esteem. For example, if you want to become a content creator, and then when you want to start creating content, you start feeling embarrassed, or maybe you feel like it's not gonna work out, then there's probably a deeper belief in that. You probably feel like you don't deserve visibility, or maybe you can never be famous, or maybe you're just scared of people judging you, things that hold you back from doing the things that you really want to do in life. Every creator starting actually experience this. Even I experienced it too. If you need to literally work on your confidence, if you're a content creator, this is for you. When you identify those negative self-talk that you have, then you now start to replace them. Once you start saying things like, oh, I'm so lazy today, I don't think I can do this, you'll be like, girl, get up. I've been doing this recently and it has really been working for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're not that lazy. You're not that tired. Because consistency is actually what helps us get to where we are. Like, I don't think you guys understand this. You have to literally get up. Because not everybody is good from the start. You have to get up. And the next thing you do is you then make out a plan of how you want to become this person that you want to be. So when you make a plan, then you have like a roadmap to, steps that you take daily. You have your daily habits, maybe like a strategy if you want to start a business and all that. You make sure that you zero in on the strategy every day. You know what you're doing. You have to check some boxes every day. You know what I'm saying? And the third thing you need to do is align yourself with it. After you create a plan, you then align yourself by doing daily habits. Create a routine, create a character basically of this person that you want to be. What time does she wake up in the morning? How does she look? How does she dress? Because guess what? Your appearance also really matters. What kind of books does she read? What does she expose herself to? Because at the end of the day, if you don't think about these things that will help you to become who you are, if you don't start engaging in them, you might regret it at the end of the day. So you have to start now. You're just being lazy. And even being lazy is not a permanent state. You can still change. So just start, work on your self-concept, and when you start to align your actions with your mindset or with who you actually want to be, you have to connect the dots. Who you think you are and who you want to be has to connect, has to relate, because when you think, you do, and when you do, you become. Am I making sense? Anyways, that's that for today's podcast. The IZA planner framework is definitely gonna be launched soon. I'm trying to create something good for you guys, so if you want to join my community, send me a DM. And before we launch it, let's just work on our self-concept, our mindset, because at the end of the day, to be honest, because you really do deserve everything good in this life. I promise you. If you're willing to, use your mind to its fullest potential. See you in the next episode.